It's an Austell team come out, led by skipper Mark Vine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please can you all stand up in preparation for 2 minutes silence to mark the passing of Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II. Before we start, you may notice photographer Dave Phillips stood to one side. Dave has agreed to capture this moment in the club's history for us, so please do not think he is being disrespectful. Whilst many of you will have paid respects at other events over the past week, this is the first opportunity for the Saints rugby family to come together at Tregorrick, to remember the extraordinary monarch the United Kingdom and Commonwealth has lost. Our late Queen was a guiding compass to many, and her passing is a moment of great sadness. She will be sorely missed.
There you go, 2 minutes silence. Dutifully observed, I think it's fair to say. And from here it looks like Jack Main from Teignmouth will be kicking off today. Playing left to right, almost no wind to speak of. If there's any, it's probably very slightly from the north, which would be left to right. But I don't think it's going to make any difference. It's probably less than about 3 miles an hour. So here we go. Referee JJ Walker, one final check. Just looking at his touch judge. Everything's okay. Jack Main gets us underway. It was taken cleanly by Connery Woodsey. Ball didn't find touch, but George Franklin brings it back. I'm sure Dane Leighton just did a sidestep there. Someone needs to remind him he's a prop forward. As Jack Clifford bring the ball out of defence. And Matt Shepard has the first chance to have a run, which he does. Connery Woodsey gets the first opportunity to show his paces, and he goes over in the corner. I think the referee's indicating he was in touch there, even though the touch judge didn't put his flag up. I think he's going to have a word with him. No, he did. So it's a line out. He didn't quite make it. Lovely opportunity there. So first defensive line out for Teignmouth. And Mark Vine gets his big mitts in the way, and St Austell inevitably try rolling forward with them all. There's Cam Taylor at the back with the ball, and he might have got there. The referee says no, he's not there. So the ball comes out. Well, Danny Tyrrell, second touch of the ball, scores after a lovely chip across field by that man there, Matt Shepard. Which he duty does. So with just 4 minutes gone, the score is St Austell 7, Teignmouth 0. Jack Main to restart. Jack Parr, who was originally going to be on the bench today, playing hooker, his first chance to throw into the line. And he goes straight to Peter Billam and takes it beautifully. But I think the referee's indicating, yeah, not straight. And I think St Austell have chosen to have a scrummage for the first of the game. Front rows there, well, St Austell, Dan Jobe, Miles Dave and Matt Boothby up against George Moson, Jack Parr and Dane Leighton. The sidestep in loose head. Tight head, beg your pardon. There's Jake Clifford. He revels on the nickname of Caveman, I think it's because he got long hair. But he's certainly impressed this season. Lovely hands there by Miles Davey. Put Sam Parsons in a bit of space. And Matt Shebb shows and goes. Decides to chip ahead. Will he make it? Yes, he will. That's certainly a flying start by St Austell. That man there at the heart of it made the first one, scored the second. Having a quick chat with Sam Parsons saying, you should have passed to me. To which the reply would be, well, I scored, didn't I? Fairly straightforward conversion, if there is such a thing. Was right in front of the post there for Matt. I think you'd imagine he should kick this to move the score on to 14-0. With just 7.5 minutes gone. Indeed he does. That was close. I thought Matt Shepard thought he had his hands on that, but he didn't get there. Said it gets to Jude Baker Hands, who makes good yardage till eventually he's stopped. And the referee, I think, is bringing them back for offside in the centre. Yeah, quite clear there from referee JJ Walker. And number 6, Pete Parsons, who is skipper today, indicates, I think, that go for touch. This will give Teignmouth the first chance of an attacking opportunity. The first time they've been in St Austell's 22. And Jack Parter's row. Mark Vine got a hand to it, but it came like the Teignmouth side. He retained it still. It's in the hands of Jack Bond there. Teignmouth have 3 Jacks and 2 Jakes playing for them today, and St Austell have another Jack. It's like that was stolen. But I think the referee is indicating it must have gone forward first, so he's, yeah. No, I think he's indicating a penalty. He was playing advantage. Can't quite see what he's saying. But once again, this time Jack Main decides he's going to go for goal. The referee goes across to Mark Vine, just explain the situation, his decision. So 11 minutes gone. Jack Main has the opportunity to put Teignmouth on the board. Fairly straightforward kick, probably 15 metres out, right in front of the posts. So Teignmouth are on the board. St Austell 14, Teignmouth 3. So Matt Shepard to restart. Taken well there by Jake Allison, who's looking for support and finds it. Jack Main hoofs it up the middle of the park. The referee is going to bring them back, I think, for a knock on. Yeah, he said he was playing advantage. It was a knock on in the line, and there will be a scrum to nobody's coming. Scrum to Teignmouth, about 5 metres outside the road 22. There's Dan Wilno, scrum half. One of several youngsters playing for Teignmouth today. And finds Charlie Doolan in the centre. He was well stopped. We just saw one of the strengths of the St Austell side, Matt Shepherd, who's playing fly half, taking the ball up as if he was a forward, and then from the recycled ball, Mark Vine, who's in the 10 position, took the ball on before recycling it there. All comfortable ball in hand. There's another one. There's Danny Tyrrell. Danny with his dancing feet. No point in asking if he's got his dancing shoes because he never takes them off. There's Cam Taylor. Look for support, takes contact instead, keeps the ball. There goes Danny Tyrrell. He beat the first one. He finds Jake Clifford. There's Ben Plummer looking for support. Finds it, Cav Boyd. Some lovely hands there. And Danny Tyrrell goes in for his second. What a fabulous try, even if I do say so. I wish I heard the benefit of action replay or slow motion replay there. Must have been 10, 12 pairs of hands there. Danny Tyrrell started it and Danny Tyrrell finished it. Score is 19-3. Matt Shepherd to try now the extra two. Difficult kick that far out. But he's got the range, not quite the accuracy. The score remains 19-3 with 16 minutes played. That one could be a contender for try of the season, even 3 games in. I'll show you it from here, Ryan shouting his own name. Ball's not coming out, says the ref, so let's have a scrummage. No, he's indicating a penalty, I think, for handling on the ground. Oh, it's the other way around. I beg your pardon. He's giving it to Teignmouth. I think Jack Main will do what he's done so far, perhaps kick forward, touch. Teignmouth, if nothing else, have shown that every time they get the ball, they want to run it, which explains why they've scored 41 points in the first game and 31 in the second, despite losing both. So on the right of the shot there, you can see that's the corner flag. About 10 metres out, Teignmouth line out. And I think that probably went skew whiff again. Yeah, referee JJ Walker says it was. St Austell choosing to have a scrum, I think. There's Danjo playing on the loose head. Love to see him back after missing a back end of last season. St Austell really missed him. Teignmouth get a bit of a shove on there, but CJ feeds Connery Woods, who has a run out defence, but he doesn't get very far. I think this time they might be thinking about clearing the lines. That Shepherd does. I'm not sure he's found touch for that. Yes, he has. Lovely kick. There's Rob Jeffs wearing 18. Had to leave the field last. He had a shoulder stinger, and you can see a moment ago he's moving his shoulder gingerly, but if he can play, he certainly will. Bit of confusion there, and I think eventually starts to come up with the ball. Matt Boothby doing the donkey work there. There's Sam Parsons wearing the headgear. And there's Danny Tyrrell. He's so dangerous, but he dropped the ball forward there. The referee's playing advantage. No, Sam Parsons thinks I'll have some of that, but he's not going to go much further. I think the referee is allowing the players to have a water break. Slight break in play, just for a few minutes, because it is very hot out here. I think the temperature is well over 20 degrees today. You can probably see the surface is pretty dry. Referee JJ Walker is about to restart after a short water break with the score St Austell 19, Teignmouth 3 with 22 minutes played, 2 tries to Danny Tyrrell, 1 to Matt Shepherd, 2 converted by Matt Shepherd, to a penalty by Jack Main for Teignmouth. So Dan will know to put in. Jack Main attempted to bring his blindside winger in there, but I think it was fairly telegraphed, and St Austell defence read it. Lovely little step there from Ollie Nix. Cowboy thought he had him, and he just left him for dead. That's Pete Parsons, the skipper, bringing the ball up. Here's once again wearing, no, that's, beg your pardon, George Franklin playing 8. Teignmouth been very brave, attempting to play out of their own 22, but I can see the referee indicating that number 13, that's Charlie Doolan, held on or didn't roll away from the tackle. So Matt Shepherd has a choice to, I think he's going to kick for touch, keep the pressure on. So Austell have an attacking line out, probably 10 metres out, maybe slightly less. And as you may imagine, Miles Davey goes to Mark Vine and St Austell attempt to get a hold of them all going forward. Can't see who's got the ball, could be Dan Jobe. It's brought to the back where Miles Davey has it. He's close, he's close, he's close. Referee's playing advantage, and it's Dan Jobe, I think. Gets an Austell fourth try and the bonus point. Looks like Dan Jobe, yes it is. I'm sure by the time he gets to the bar after the game, that'll be 40 metres. Still an absolute cracker.
St Austell's fourth try of the game, scored there by Dan Jobe.
Match converts. The score on to St Austell 26, Teignmouth 3. St Austell's fourth try on 26 minutes, following two by Danny Tyrrell and split in half by a lovely try by Matt Shepherd. Oh, Matt drops it. No, he doesn't. He passes it to CJ Boyce. There's Jack Parr, youngster. And so far he's hit Peter Billen very well. Twice this time he goes to Jack Henderson. Jack Main has a run himself. That's a difficult one. The referee's indicating advantage. Didn't come though, so I think he's going to stop for a scrummage. No penalty for holding on. Matt Shepherd didn't find touch for that, so Teignmouth, true to form, started running it out, but Jack Main thinks better of it and clears the ball to touch. 28 minutes played. So it's 26 points to 3 to St Austell. Miles Davey taken cleanly by Mark Vine. Not seen much of Andy Inchbot in defence so far. He's a guy who can run with the ball. Ben Plummer takes on defence, finds Sam Parsons. And Danny Tyrrell has a chance himself, but pops it back inside to Cam Taylor. 2 or 3 metres out. CJ Boyce. Referee indicating the advantage being played. So he has a little running run himself. Didn't quite make it, so the referee will bring them back. Austell scrum. Jake Clifford with the ball at his feet, picks up to have a look himself. Good tackle. Well tackled by number 6 there. So Austell keep the ball. There's Connery Woods, who beats the first man but not the second. He gets back to his feet looking for help. More good defending there. As you can see, forced knock on in the tackle. Means that Teignmouth will have a scrummage in their own 22. Quite clearly see the Teignmouth front row of George Moson, Jack Parr and Dane Leighton. So far, scrummaging's been even Stevens, it's fair to say. It's an area St Austell have been looking to improve on after one or two hiccups in the first game. That's a lovely scrum. Jack Main charged down by Matt Shepherd, and Sam Parsons picks up. There's Dan Jobe looking for his second. I think St Austell thought they were in there. The referee brings them back for an advantage. And I think they're choosing to have a scrummage. Second row partnership of Mark Vian and Andy Edge. Captain and vice captain. CJ Boyce's options, both sides. Jake Clifford picks up, comes back open. Matt Shepherd does the obvious. Well, obvious to you, me, but not quite so much to the defence. Lovely left foot step for Matt's second try. So on 33 minutes, Matt Shepherd moves the score on to St Austell 31, Teignmouth 3. And with a chance to add the extras, which he does. That's St Austell's fifth try. 2 to Matt Shepherd, 2 to Dan, one to Dan Jobe, and 2 to Danny Tyrrell. With 33 minutes gone, about 7 minutes to half time. That main kicks long. I think Rob Jeffs has a bit of a run, beats the first 2. That's a lovely straight ball. Finds Ben Plummer, he's got support in the form of Danny Tyrrell. Will they catch him? Will they catch him? No, they will not. That's the jug. Down if he puts it down. Yes, he does. Lovely break there by Ben Plummer, made that. Looked for support, found it with Danny Tyrrell, who used his pace. So the score is 40 points to 3 with 2 to come. If Matt Shepherd can convert from there, which he can. 42-3, and I make it about 5 minutes to half time. I think there's just a danger now that St Austell might imagine they can run everything. Well, that's always their inclination. As you can see there, Connery Woodsy made a good 10 yards and was stopped You can see Matt Boothby, tie head today. Man of the match performance last week up at Sherborne. Scrummaged superbly, tackled like a demon. Really earned his keep that week, and he's doing it again today. The first chance Dan Woolno's had to show his paces. That's Solly Nix. It's a big boot by Kev Boyd. Didn't find touch though. And Dan Woolno chips ahead. That's a lovely kick from there. Takes play right down. I think his referee's indicating.
We promised you an update from our other games around the county, and they do have.
I'm not sure what he's indicating, but something went on. Let's find out in a moment.
19-0 coming towards the end of the first half.
Oh, it's a line out. It must have been where he kicked the ball from when it went straight into touch. Lovely cover in there by Jude Baker, hands from the far wing. Didn't have much option when he got his hands on the ball, but he got there. It'll be a St Austell line out. Vian takes. And St Austell will get the rumble on. Oh look, Danny Tyrrell's got space. You don't give him any of that. That's 4.
I'll turn my back for a minute. Danny Tyrrell scores again. 4th try of the game. Woo!
So by my calculations, Danny Tyrrell has a bonus point all of his own. 4 tries in the first half. And the score currently, with half-time approaching, is 47 points to 3 to St Austell, with Matt Shepherd to add the 2. Referee still allowing time to play. This is the watch. He had stopped a couple of times, so close to half time. 49 points to 3, St Austell lead. There's Jack Parr. Miles Davies steals it. Not a good pass, but Dan Tyrrell will make the best of it. He's just ghosted through defence every time he's had the ball, no matter where he's been. There's Connery Woodson, you know what he's going to do. That Shepherd brings up. Sam Parsons came down a bit much, and the referee says that'll do for the first half. And score at half time, St Austell 49, Teignmouth 3. We'll be back in a few minutes' time after a short break. That's Pete Parsons, the skipper, bringing the ball up there. That's a lovely little knock up by Dane Leighton. Matt Boothby really hard and low. Jack Main has an opportunity. Gets as far as Danny Tyrrell, who goes down. It looks like Teignmouth might have won it. But he went forward in the process. Once again, apologies if I get any of the Teignmouth players' names wrong. I really don't know them very well. I'm just going from the team sheet. If I do make a mistake, I'm sorry. Time of the best. CJ Boys puts in. And Matt Shepherd picked it up off his bootlaces and hoofs it down to the far 22. That's a lovely clearance there by Ollie Nix. Return with interest right down to just near the halfway line. I'm not sure the percentages, but I think Mark Vine has been hit by Miles Davey 9 times out of 10. On that occasion he wasn't. Tempting fortune. There's Dan Woolnough. Feeds number 8, George Franklin. George Moson there. Big prop. Took some stopping. Dane Leighton also takes some stopping. He can move for a big lad. Referee's indicating an advantage, I think, for a knock on, and Dan Joe brings it away. That's good interplay by backs and forwards there. But the referee was playing advantage. He says nothing comes, so we'll bring him back for the penalty for offside. Or is that a high tackle? No, he's just holding on to his shirt there, I think. That's referee JJ Walker from the Army Society of Referees. This time, Rob Jeffs takes it to the back. Bit of jiggly-pokery going there, more like basketball. And Conrad Woods, you're forced to kick it. And unfortunately, Jack Main couldn't hold on either. So the referee will bring him back for the first knock on, I think. So it should be a scrummage. And off shot there, Conrad Woods is indicating, I did knock it off it on, sir. It was off my leg. And in the interim, he's having a break, as is Dan Joe and Mark Vine. All the substitutes are coming on. Fraser Nuttall on the right wing. Anthony Knight comes in second row. And Charlie Nicholson takes a place at loose head. Nice to see him back after he had a concussion injury earlier in the season. This is his first league game this season. He played in the pre-season friendlies, but he's not been able to play since then. He is up against George Mosen. That's a good scrummage by Teignmouth. Cam Taylor puts pressure. Fraser Nuttall takes it cleanly. Has a look. There's the lad with big wheels. But he was sort of half-paced there, really. Looking for the gap, never came. And referee says he held on. No, not rolling away, I think is indicating on the tackle. Good defence there by Pete Parsons, got there first. Firefights number 8, George Franklin. Really clean take. You can see quite clear the ball went forward. Referee's playing advantage. And Ollie Nix comes around the side. No, he wasn't playing advantage because the ball still is with St Austell. And I think he's bringing him back for... No, he called advantage over, so he let play go on. And as you can see, the referee is quite rightly indicating to the players, I'm on with the whistle, guys. I'm the referee. I'll talk to the captain. I don't want you moaning at me. Fair enough. Oh, bit of confusion there between Jake Clifford and CJ Boyce. CJ rescues him. think he might hold up there because there's an injury to a Teignmouth player just onto our left there. Can't see who it is. Yeah, it is George Mason. I think he's being replaced. Yeah, you can see quite clearly he's holding his shoulder. And I'm not sure who this is coming on. One of the Teignmouth replacements. When I see his number, I'll tell you who it is. In the meantime, the referee's having a chat with Ben Plummer and Pete Parsons there. Ben Plummer has assumed the captaincy, of course, in the absence of Mark Vine. That's number 16, which according to the programme is James Barker, who has replaced George Mason. That's quick hands taken right out there by Jack Anderson, playing out wide. Matt Shepherd's attempted to rip the ball from him, but he's too big and strong for that. Pete Parsons took it in, but he couldn't keep hold of it. That's a speculative one-handed pass by Rob Jeffs, trying to give it to Danny Tyrrell, and the ball just went forward, so there'll be a scrum. As you can see from that. There's the all-action Cam Taylor. See from here that that went forward, so the referee was playing advantage, bringing them for a no-arms tackle in the centre here. So there'll be a penalty to St Austell, as you can see. Andy Inch is indicating. Give it to me, please. Well, the first opportunity in this half I think St Austell have had in Teignmouth 22. This place taken by Anthony Knight, top of the line, and St Austell attempt to get the ball moving forward, but it goes to ground and they'll reset. JJ Boyce looking to beat the man and pass the ball out of it, but he wasn't able to do that because the tackle was too firm. So the ball was put down. I think Teignmouth will have to drop out from under the posts. Jack Main does the honours. and it sort of couldn't keep it in, so it will be a line out to Teignmouth on the 10-metre line inside their own half. So James Barker on this side of the scrum, up against both replacements actually, up against Charlie Nicholson. Like St Austell turned it over. Let down by some bad handling there. Fraser Knottle feeds Sam Parsons, who's looking for help. Good work by Jake Allison there. Hands on the ball, stop it coming out, and he's indicating, yeah, you didn't release the ball. Good decision. No, he's indicating he wasn't supporting his own weight. I could quite hear him say that. So the penalty goes to St Austell, not against St Austell. St Austell certainly have not been able to dominate either in the tight or the loose as they did in the first half. Miles Davey goes to Anthony Knight. Looks like St Austell kept the ball. It's out the back there in the hands of CJ. No, not coming out of there, so the ref. Yeah, referee's playing advantage, I think, for a knock-on to yeah, two knock-ons he's saying. First was from Teignmouth, so it'll be a St Austell scrum. Referee JJ Walker attempting to reason with two front rows. I think the referee is indicating that there was, first of all, was a knock-on in the tackle. But Fraser Knottle certainly took exception to something that Jack Main either said or did. I didn't see it, so the referee's having a chat with both skippers, with Ben Plummer and Pete Parsons, and say, come on guys, it's not what you're here for. You rather suspect that any more of this, the referee will be putting his hand in his pocket, which I think is what he's explaining now. He's asking both skippers to kind of have a chat with their players, and he's talking to Jack Main now, who's involved in the fracas with Tregorrick, and he does have his hand in his pocket. And it could be yellow, it is. And Jack Main goes across, very sportsmanly, and shakes the hand of Tregorrick. I think it was because he might have tipped him up after the tackle, and Fraser took exception. And then there was a retaliation, so in the end, it becomes a penalty to Teignmouth, despite the fact that Teignmouth player is the one with the yellow card. So Ollie Nix to clear. Taken at the back there by Jack Henderson. And there's Charlie Doolan, who's looked very elusive all day in the centre. Lovely sidestep the guy's got him. There's somebody else with a sidestep, Dane Layton. Here he is again. Jack Henderson carries the ball up. And Peter Billam, the other second row, says, if you can do it, so can I. Both played very well today. It's a really nice kick by the Nix there. I think he was hoping his centre or winger would run onto it. But as it was, it rolled into touch anyway, so it worked out very well. Clifford has just gone off. It must be due to an injury, which means that Mike Vine's come back on, and I'm sure the back row will be rearranged. I'm not sure who'll play 8 because Mark going to the second. Maybe Andy Inch. Talk of the devil, and he takes the line out cleanly from Miles Davey. There's Danny Tyrrell. You know what he's going to do. He leads Cam Taylor. And Sam Parsons has to look at the blind side. He's looking for help. Gets it in the shape of Matt Boothby. That's lovely hands there from Anthony Knight. Keep the attack alive. Super stuff. Matt Shepard shows and goes. And he says Danny Tyrrell can have 4, I can have 3. St Austell's first score of the second half. Halfway through it, moves the score on to 54 points to 3. Shepherd converts his own try. So I make it on about 63 minutes. There's try scorer Matt Shepherd. You know what he's going to do. He beats the first person, but he's almost intercepted. But Ben Plummer has a look, and Sam Parsons, dummies one way, goes the other. They're looking for the gas man. They found Cam Taylor. He's got plenty of it. He's looking for help. Finds it in the frame. Fraser Nottle. Will he make it? Will he make it? Yes, he will. With a 9.9 for the acrobatic dive at the end. Eat your heart out, Chris Ashton. Matt Shepherd who had the extras. The flag went up. Did he? But it looked like to me like he missed it. So the score is 61-3. I'm not sure it'll make much difference in the final calculation. So the absence of Jack May and Ollie Nix are taking over the kicking duties. Taken beautifully by Mark Vian. Apologies for the dinging. It's Facebook telling us how the other teams got on. I do believe St Austell had 3 teams out today, and I believe that both the second and third team have won their respective fixtures against Vior and Bodmin Twos. Danny Tyrrell for once unable to get away. Lovely tackle by Ollie Nix. Oh, Matt Boothby, you can see he's so angry with himself. Did the hard work and then lost the ball, carrying it in one hand. No advantage coming, so the ref will bring it back for the scrummage. Looks like yeah, Matt Boothby's taken his leave, so Dan Job's coming back on. But it is a Teignmouth scrummage. That's a good drive. Lovely tackle by Sam Parsons there. Low and hard. Ollie Nix upended. Nice to see that Jack Main's back on the pitch. He's served his 10 minutes in the bin. That's Pete Parsons. Matt Shepherd should know better to try and wrestle with a prop forward, but he doesn't. Doesn't know the meaning of the word fear. And I'm sure you've heard it before, he doesn't know the meaning of most words. A bit unfair, really. But the referee is playing advantage, bringing them back for a penalty. Yeah, quite clearly. Didn't have the ball. Jackman didn't find touch. So Catboy has the opportunity to clear. Which he does beautifully. See, Pete Parsons, actually I'm not sure if it's Pete Parsons or not. He is wearing 6, but he's previously placed the hooker. That's Dom Twine, who's not had many opportunities today, but he just showed how quick he is. As Fraser Knockel attempts to go around the outside of the second row, doesn't. So he finds his own second row in the shape of Mark Vine, who hands off right, hands off left, does a bit of a jiggle, goes to ground. After some poor hands, Danny Tyrrell picks up. He decides I'll beat a few and then have a little run. He's still going, and he finds Matt Shepherd, who steps off his right. And who else to provide him with his 4th try than the man who's got 4 himself, Danny Tyrrell. Mesmerising stuff by Danny. Shepherd had the easy bit to do. That moves the score on 66 points to 3. To be verified. I'm not sure if Matt missed the last conversion or not. That one he got. So I make it, the score is 68 points to 3 to St Austell, with about 10 minutes to go, maybe less. CJ Boyce clears. He's one of those players who you never ever say, oh yeah, he didn't play it to his best today. Always plays well, young man. Versatile. Preferred scrum half, can play anywhere really. And as we look, looks like Danny Tyrrell won't be getting 5 today because he's been replaced by Connery Woodsy on the left wing. Fair to say that Danny, certainly the last couple of seasons, has always been the bridesmaid and not the bride. He's been replacement here, there and everywhere, played a lot of coverage for the twos. But he was obviously a young lad with massive talent, and this season he showed that quite conclusively. In fact, I'm pretty certain, maybe with Shep, he must be leading try scorer with 3 games played. There's Teignmouth with Jude Baker Hands having a little go. Referee explaining, not forward in the line out. We'll come back for that. Number 6, Pete Parsons, he's had a good game. That's a good drive by St Austell. But Teignmouth keep the ball. Jack Main has a look, sidesteps twice, but he gets caught there by CJ Boyce. He might even have turned him over. There's Anthony Knight, who's featured prominently since he came on in the second half. Snossel once again looking to play 7-star rugby. Let's move it, let's move it. As Jake Clifford is back on after leaving the pitch earlier on injured. Fortunately, he's okay. Yeah, referee's playing advantage for offside. Matt Shepherd, who scored 4 tries today. Good hands there, lovely hands. And Cam Taylor doing like every good 7, right up there in support. Nowhere to go really. See, your boys got caught, knocked the ball on as if he's tackled. They all assumed, as did I, that Sam Parsons had scored there. And I'm not so sure that, yes, I think he has, referees indicate he has. And Fraser Nuttall's receiving attention on the touchline as we speak. So yes, try to Sam Parsons after that man chipped ahead, Matt Shepherd. So the score moves on to St Austell 73, Teignmouth 3. Try to Sam Parsons. Difficult conversion for Matt Shepherd here. But he's just missed it. And the referee indicates that will do. Well, something of a one-sided affair in the end. I made the final score 73 points to 3, though I'm not sure about one conversion. We will confirm it later on. So thank you very, very much indeed for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it, and certainly the St Austell supporters have. Not too sure about the Teignmouth boys. I look fair to them. They had a very changed side, and I don't think they were at full strength. That's only from this team they selected earlier in the week. Final score here at Tregorrick Park: St Austell 73, Teignmouth 3. 71. I've just been told it was 71-3. But we will confirm.